This Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, at 6:30 at the Iberville Parish Council Chambers at 58050 Mary 70764. Can we get a roll call, please?
Allen, Easley,
Here.
Dominique,
Here.
Frazier,
Yeah.
Smith,
Here.
Pierce,
Here.
Jenkins,
Here.
Markins,
Here.
Bradford,
Here.
Martinez,
Here.
Darden,
Here.
Morgan,
Here.
Jewel.
This time we have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilwoman Easley.
Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All public comments must be registered with the clerk. We have an addendum item as a discussion regarding the parish boom truck by Councilman Dominique. Can we get a roll call vote to add this to the agenda?
Need a motion and a second, please?
A motion and a second, I'm sorry.
I said,
We have a motion and a second by Councilman Dominique and seconded by Councilman Bradford. Can we have a vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you. This item will be moved to 13A in the discussions. We have a second addendum item. Is a resolution to authorize the Iberville Parish President to enter into a perpetual easement, servitude, and right-of-way agreement on behalf of the Iberville Parish Council with Boo's Custom Campground Incorporated. Can we get a motion and a second?
Make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Smith,
I'll second.
second by Councilwoman Easley. Can we get a roll call, please?
Wait there. Hang on. You gotta press-
Oh, I'm sorry.
you gotta go first. Um,
They didn't. Did you vote?
I say hi.
Okay, this resolution has authorized the parish president to enter into a perpetual easement, servitude, and right-of-way agreement on behalf of the Iberville Parish Council with Boo's Custom Campground. Whereas Iberville Parish government is represented by Parish President Chris Daigle, whereas Boo's Custom Campground, a Louisiana corporation authorized to do and doing business in the state of Louisiana, represented by its president Joanne Vaughn, a resident of the parish of Iberville, state of Louisiana, whose mailing address is 38827 Bayou Pigeon Road, Plaquemine, Louisiana 7064. Whereas the Iberville Parish Council, Parish of Iberville, State of Louisiana, now hereby authorizes the Parish President of Iberville, Chris Daigle, by resolution as the authorized representative to enter into a perpetual easement, servitude, and right-of-way agreement with Boo's Custom Campground Incorporated. This authorization by a resolution of the Parish Council to enter into this agreement is a measure to fulfill the agreement in total as referenced in part by hereto Exhibit C for the perpetual easement, servitude, and right-of-way agreement signed by Joanne Vaughn, President, Boo's Custom Campground, dated October 5th, 2023, filed in the Clerk of Court's records for Iberville Parish, and Conveyance Book 755, Entry 32, File 35378. We were notified yesterday by the state of Louisiana that they wanted to see a resolution President Daigle authorizing him to sign this perpetual servitude agreement with Boo's Campground. Back in 2023, there was a resolution that was done to authorize past President Rousseau to enter to sign I think it was an MOU or a CEA with CRPA. You want to say about that? Yeah. Go ahead.
What this boils down to is this involves the Bayou Pigeon Boat Landing Improvement Project with the Coastal Protection Restoration Authority, CPRA. There's been a lot of legwork that we've had to do to get this project going, and we thought we had it done. Everything from certifying to correcting records in the clerk of court and getting these agreements, getting the other intergovernmental agreements in place, resolutions passed. Everybody's blessed it. Recently, the administration changed with the state, so they're settling in like we are. They're settling in, and now we're trying to nudge them on. Let's go, let's go. What's taking so long with this project? So their legal team at the state come back and said, "Hey, y'all have an agreement with Boo's Campground for a perpetual easement and right of way for the boat landing project. That's all good. However, you reference Exhibit C, which authorizes by council resolution for the parish president to enter into the agreement. Exhibit C was not included in the legal document. So that's what this is about, is to authorize. We can't, go retroactive with the former parish president. It just said parish president to enter into the agreement. So this will fulfill that legal document, and this project can go forward. That's it.
Now, can we get a motion and a second to bring this to the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Smith, second by Councilwoman Easley. Can we get a roll call?
Easley,
Here, yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you. This item will be moved to 11D. This time we have the reading and approval of minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to forego the reading of the minutes and accept as written.
Can we get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bradford.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you. This time we have the president's report.
Thank you, Chairman Pierce. Ladies and gentlemen of the council. So I have in y'all packet the president's report. So just to give a quick update on the storm damage report, and I do have our employees here if y'all have any questions. But to date, we had 336 total loads of debris from the storms in Grove State that later on that week they affected some other areas in Bayou. Saw, total debris across the river and on this side of the river. That was also including with our partner DRC that we contracted for those 2 weeks to help us with that initial pickup. We picked up 336 total loads of debris. So I want to commend our staff. They did a phenomenal job. Again, they were out that night before, all night, doing debris pickup, making sure the roads are clear, and did a phenomenal job. So I want to thank our DPW and our crew. So John Overton and Brandon and all of their staff. So next we have our community events. So we had yesterday on the first floor, we had our first annual Juneteenth event. It was a big success here in the courthouse. We had sent you out a reminder yesterday about the event, but that event was our first of many events that we're going to have in the future. We had over 150 attendees that were at our event. We had some council members here, so we appreciate y'all coming out. But it was a successful event where we honored and recognized Joe the Pro Simpson. He was a basketball star right here in Plaquemine at Iberville High School. Went on to win a state championship, and then went on to play at Grambling, and then on in the pros. So he was a great honoree. Next, operations. So next month we have a property surplus vehicle auction that's going to be coming up. We're currently getting the list together. We're going to bring it to you at the July 23rd meeting. But it's just going to be a list of all the surplus items, vehicles and furniture, anything else that we're going to be sending to auction. That auction is going to be at the Mike Zito Center. So we're going to be working with a firm that's going to auction off all of those items. So you'll have a list just to have in the documents at the next meeting to make sure that it's getting taken care of. So next we have our staff. Currently, all of our staff had a hurricane preparedness meeting We had over 20 employees that were involved in that meeting, including the sheriff's department and some others, to talk about hurricane preparedness and just getting ready for that in the future. So I want to thank Clint and his staff for putting that together. Next, we have, of course, summer workers. Our summer workers got started on Monday. So some of the workers that y'all had given us, maybe reach out to them, kind of see how it's going. Mr. Overton made it very clear to them, be on time and be here, because we had a meeting where our staff introduced themselves to the summer workers, and all of them were here, I believe, except one. But they did a good job coming in, and they got started this week. So just moving on with that. But yeah, he made it very clear. He says, show up or don't show back up. So it was a stern message, and he was right. We got that meeting started on time to remind them that, hey, we want you here on time. Next, we have our Grove State Bridge. So, I'm proud to say that John Overton, our crew, Dave Keller, all of our employees hustled very, very hard, very quickly over that time frame to make sure that they were open. We were ready within 6 days, our staff. Randall getting all the contracts done, getting insurance handled, the employees and staff, working with DOTD and Wildlife and Fisheries and the Coast Guard as well, all came together and made sure that we had it ready to go. So where we were ready in 6 days, we had to wait on Wildlife and Fisheries. So Wildlife and Fisheries showed up, had a few more guidelines they had to meet with their boat as far as safety that the Coast Guard required. And then I'm proud to say that in 8 days, we were up and operating for the residents. So, you kind of figure like, well, what kind of impact is that? How many people are actually going to use this pedestrian ferry? So the early days are always going to be slow. We opened on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We knew those numbers were going to be low. But on Monday, yesterday, we tracking day, morning, and evening. We want to know how many people. We need these numbers to be able to show in the future. But yesterday morning, we had 55 pedestrians cross that ferry. And yesterday evening, we had 120. So we're going to continue to see those numbers increase because of the proximity, right? It just saves so much travel time, fuel and everything for the residents instead of having to travel all the way around. So that's big. So we talked about yesterday morning being 55, the most. This morning, we had 73. Pedestrians. So I'm assuming that this number this evening is actually going to put us probably close to the 200 pedestrians crossing this ferry today. So that's good. We had 57 vehicles parked there yesterday, and that number is going to continue to grow. So we've already had community members reach out to us and say, hey, I'm having to park in the grass because we didn't put enough parking spots. So we're going to be assessing that and seeing if we need to add additional gravel to make it accessible. I want to thank, Brett Stassi, his staff reached out and they put some temporary, they went ahead and outsourced and brought in some temporary cameras as well to make sure that, anybody coming into that area saw the cameras that are visible to protect our residents' vehicles. Now, we also added security cameras, security lighting as well to make sure that it was on the parking areas. So we tried to think of everything throughout the process. We have 2 employees, one that works on our side and one that works on the Grove State side. And they're there 9 hours a day. So we also, I put something in your packet as far as a community meeting. So we have DOTDs going to be attending a community meeting at the Bayou Blue Fire Station, but that is the Intercoastal Road Fire Station. So some Bayou Blue has, you can classify them as 2, but this is the Intercoastal Road Fire Station. This could be on Tuesday, July 2nd. So if any council members would like to attend, we're having this for the community members to give them, a sense of where the bridge is at. In what capacity. So here we are on Tuesday. On Saturday, a contract was signed in place between DOTD and Coastal, the contractor. So that contract is now in place. It was active beginning on Saturday. And so now they can start moving forward and start getting equipment in place. So from what they're telling us, basically they're going to have to take the bridge, lift it off of the base, put it on a barge and move it out the way in order to repair the infrastructure underneath. So it's going to be a lot of work, and they're telling us between 3 to 6 months. So we're looking at that. What we're also doing, Miss Amy Patin, our clerk, our registrar's office, and Randall's been working on it as well. Our voting precinct changes. So all the residents that I believe it's around 212 residents, something like that, that are affected because of where their precinct, the voting precinct, they're going to be moved to a different location. And it's the same precinct that unfortunately 10 years ago they had to follow the same protocol. So we've taken all those steps to make sure that they are ready for the fall election cycle. So community and economic development, we've done, we've had our monthly mayor's meeting last week. We were in St. Gabriel at Chatsworth. It's a great facility. If y'all hadn't been there, it's a good facility to travel to. But we met with our mayors and we talked about, the pressing issues and concerns that we have day to day throughout the parish. And it's just been another successful Mayor's Alliance that we've been working with. So the Bayou Pigeon boat ramp status, I put that on there, but it was a reminder for this resolution that, and thank y'all for adding it tonight. I know, Councilman Markins, you don't want many addendum items as we don't. We don't want to bring those items up, but unfortunately, sometimes we need to, because we only have our meetings once a month, it's important that if something does happen in the last few days, we need to get it to you, instead of delaying a project. So, that is a project that they're waiting on this resolution, and once they have it, they'll move forward with this $2 million boat ramp, which is a great thing. As far as that resolution, we heard some concerns last month about that PFAS resolution. We met with the Louisiana Chemicals Association that spoke at the last meeting, and streamline and fix that resolution to identify directly with the suit or the settlement, basically, so we can join in with that. Because again, White Castle is already in suit with that. We're just joining in force. But that's pretty much it. Trying to keep it short and sweet today. So y'all have any questions?
Hey, Chris, I got a question.
Yes.
I don't recall this ever being a problem, but in the last week, the garbage truck has picked up the garbage can to dump it. The garbage can fell into the truck and they drove off with it. I've had it happen to 4 people. Maybe Brandon can answer. I mean, is it not positioned right when they pick it up, or I'm trying to figure out what the.
Yep. So Brandon's gonna just discuss that. It may be where we have some of the temporary garbage cans. I'm not sure. You got to come to the mic, Brandon.
And I mean, I call and they replace them, but
Yeah.
I mean, so they can't see when they dump in that garbage can. If it falls in the truck, they can't.
Basically, what
tell.
happened is sometimes the arms, they got sleeves on them arms, and they be adjusted. Sometimes they adjust it differently, and when you grab it, if you notice where they grab the can at, sometimes they grab the can too low. So if they grab it too low, then that can comes out of the arm.
Okay.
Because it's only designed to catch around. Most of them are designed to catch around the top, and they know that sometimes you see those. If you look at the arm, you see them rubber bands on the inside. That's what it's for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we thought somebody was taking the cans.
No.
Then a neighbor saw the can.
No, you
fall
have
in the
that-
truck, and the truck just. Boop.
You have that happen all the time, and then what they do is we don't get them to stop and say nothing. They'll tell the dispatcher at the office that they need another can. So when that person call it in or whatever, then we walk it down and say, okay, this is one can that
They already know about it.
yeah.
Yes, sir. And Councilman Bradford, I do want to clarify that those cans that they do eat up, we don't pay for. So when that happens, Brandon, the bill basically we get reimbursed for those cans. So that's not an expense of the parish when that does happen. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you, President Daigle.
Thank you.
This time we'll have the financial report. Mr. Dunn.
Good evening, Council Chair, Council Clerk. How y'all doing? Y'all have your financial report. If y'all have any questions, I can entertain them. We are currently finishing up the comprehensive annual financial report right now. We'll have that to y'all at the July meeting. It's due into legislative auditor on June 30th. That's my big project, right? Current. Y'all have any questions? All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. 9, we have old business. Just prior to this meeting, it was found favorable to move these 2 items to the regular meeting. We're going to vote on them individually to keep confusion down. So the first one was the ordinance to declare the following properties to be surplus and to authorize the parish administrator to sell the parish of Iberville's interest in these properties at public sale pursuant to the terms of ordinance pound 002-13. Can we get a motion and a second?
I make a motion.
Motion by Councilman Bradford, second by Councilwoman Easley. Roll call vote, please.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So move. Next, we have an ordinance to adopt the millage rates for the tax year of 2024. Can we get a motion and a second?
So move.
Motion by Councilman Frazier, second by Councilwoman Jenkins. Can we get a roll call vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins.
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you. So move. Item 10, new business. There were no introduction of new ordinances. We have 10B. We need a motion to reschedule the July 16th, 2024 council meeting to Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024 due to the annual National Association of Counties Convention. Can I get a motion and a second?
I make a motion.
A motion by Councilman Smith, second by Councilwoman Jenkins. Roll call.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So move. Item 11, just prior to this regular meeting, it was found favorable to move 4 resolutions up to vote. We're gonna do those individually to keep confusion down. Item 11A was a resolution to select the official journal for the Iberville Parish Council for the period beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025. Can we get a motion in a second?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Easley, seconded by Councilman Darden. Roll call.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So move. Item 11B was a resolution to adopt procedures and protocols for the use of the electronic voting and information system provided by Open Meetings Technologies.
I'd like to say something.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to get a attorney general approval on that and see what he can say.
You'd like to make a substitute motion?
Yeah.
Okay, you need a motion.
We need a motion to get Attorney General's opinion.
Got a substitute motion.
A substitute
We
motion.
need to make a motion on the original. Okay.
Do we have a motion on the original motion? Thank you. 11B. A second.
Just to let y'all know, because we just went through this with the Post South deal. They want a resolution from the Attorney General want a resolution from the council requesting an opinion.
This is not for that then.
Yes.
This is for using electronic voting.
Well, I make a motion on the resolution.
Yeah.
That's what we're voting on now.
Right. You got to do the substitute.
What Mr. Lucky was discussing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We have a motion on the floor for the original resolution. We have a second.
A second.
Seconded by Councilwoman
Martinez.
Martinez.
And then we take a substitute.
Can we get a roll call vote?
Substitute motion.
I'd like to make a substitute motion.
Okay.
Get it.
We have a substitute motion to get the Attorney General's opinion.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilman Smith.
Easley. I'm sorry.
Question.
Yeah.
So let me clarify that. So if the sub motion would be to postpone this and send it, then we would have to create a resolution to send it to the Attorney General's office.
Right.
So right. So the motion would be to make a motion to postpone this is what the substitute would be, so we can create a resolution for that to happen.
Get our answer back from the Attorney General. We know what to do.
Okay.
Y'all want to take a recess and break and go talk about it before we do this?
Yes.
Yes, I think that would be appropriate. So you make a motion to executive session.
I'd like a motion to go to executive session.
I second.
Can we get a roll call vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique. No. Frazier,
Yeah.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Can we get a motion to come out of executive session?
I make that motion.
Motion
Second.
by Councilman Smith, seconded by Councilman Bradford. Can we get a roll call vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins. Yes. Bradford.
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. Item 11C was a resolution to authorize the law firm of Talbot.
Sorry, I need a motion on 11B.
Yeah. Okay, we have a substitute, we have a motion and a substitute motion in place on 11B. So let's Dominic on your substitute.
We withdraw the substitute.
Mr. Dominique would like to withdraw his substitute motion. Can we now get
Vote on the motion.
a vote on the original motion?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
No.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So moved. Item 11C was a resolution to authorize the law firm of Talbot, Carmouche, and Marcello to file a claim and represent the Iberville Parish Council in the DuPont PFAS class action settlement. Can we get a motion and a second?
I make a motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Martinez, seconded by Councilwoman Jenkins. Can we get a roll call vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
So move. Item 11D was the addendum item from earlier. It was the resolution to authorize the Iberville Parish President to enter into a perpetual easement, servitude, and right-of-way agreement on behalf of the Iberville Parish Council with Boo's Custom Campground Incorporated. Can we get a motion and a second?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Easley, seconded by Councilman Markins. Can we get a roll call vote?
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jenkins. Yes. Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you. So move. There were no boards and commissions report. Item 13A was a discussion regarding parish boom truck by Councilman Dominique.
Yes, I'd like to bring this up, to, obviously, colleagues' attention about the boom truck. We only have 3 boom trucks, and it's on a disaster, they are spread real thin. Get a little help from, sub-companies that we sub out. Boom trucks, when they working with the debris from a disaster, they get behind on a regular pickup. And man, there was a lot on this table, I think, with that. And I feel like we should have more than 3 boom trucks for roadside pickup, to make his job much easier. I'm not here that on the agenda because this guy works real hard and he does a great job with the people that he have working for him. It's just like today, I ride through my district a lot. Today I'm in a part of my district. What he's doing, he's driving a truck with some inmates picking up trash, And you know what? That's an extra mile for a supervisor. But that was a statement to me that this guy got to drive the regular roadside pickup truck. It's got to be short of some people somewhere. And you know what? I didn't stop and talk to him. I just seen him doing that. I'm on my regular route of running through my district. This the windstorm disaster been about a month, and you know we still have trash on the side of the road. In my district, I'm not speaking for other districts that haven't been picked up, and it's not because he's not picking it up. It's because of what he's working with. You know, this parish is spread it out real wide with miles, and I personally feel like the northern end should have 2 boom trucks over there. On the east side, we should have at least 1 over there, 2 at the most. Here in the Blackman and White House and other areas, we should have the 3. And just imagine when we have to pour maintenance on one of those trucks out the 3, or 2 of those trucks out the 3. We left with 1 truck. And I don't see where it would be a problem to purchase at least 3 more trucks. I would say the finance report that we get from our finance man is solid waste got a little money in savings. And I don't think that purchasing 3 more trucks with some drivers and getting them an extra 2 or 3 hands with the labor part on the truck that he runs around the neighborhood and our parish picking up trash. I personally don't think it would be a problem. So tonight, I'm asking my colleagues who probably have some of the same problems in their area with trash, and it's bad when we have disasters. You know, that's when it's really bad, to help us get some more trucks for our parish. And I think that would be something good for our supervisor, make his job so much better. And you know what? It would make our job so much better from our constituents calling us. I'm telling you, like right now, this man been working. At one time, his crew worked nights, much daylight as you can get to get this trash up. And, you know, let's practice what we preach. Preach about a clean Iberville. Let's get some more trucks for him and make his job so much better. If he'd like to say something, I want to commend you on the job that you do with what you have. And you just work with us and parish president and hopefully the council will make things better for you. Thank you. And I'd like to adopt a resolution or whatsoever we have to do to purchase 3 more trucks. If it's good with you, Mr. President.
Yes, sir, Mr. Daigle. President Daigle, I'm sorry.
Mr. Dominic, look, I hear your concerns, but, I know Brandon and his staff's done a phenomenal job throughout the
absolutely,
debris
yeah.
pickup, 336 loads between them and DRC. But what we can do is look at additional contracts. So we're contracted with DRC, a disaster recovery. And then, in these times of need, right? When debris happens, storms happen, and we have to pick up all that additional debris.
Yeah.
On a daily basis, we may not hear those concerns or have as many concerns or issues. But one thing that Brandon does, he does have 4. He has 3 that's operating full time, and he does have an extra one. But what is important is long term, we have thought about some of those needs and making sure that exactly what you talked about. On the east side of the river, instead of having a vehicle, one of our debris trucks coming back and forth,
Yeah.
boom trucks. We've made some good progress in looking at the possibility of putting a facility over there where we can have equipment, and that'll be one of the things we can look at in the future. But absolutely a valid concern, and thanks for bringing it up.
We should make it feasible where we can leave at least 2 of those trucks in the northern border of the parish.
And Chris, I'd like to add to that. Sometimes it's not, because Brandon and them was on top of it, but sometimes they put the whole tree to the road. Can't fit in the boom truck. Sometimes, we got ditches and they place all the debris on the other side of the ditch in their yard. The boom truck can't reach over there. I had one pile all their stuff up under the power line was right there. Boom truck couldn't get it. So I had to make people move piles and, there's some circumstances
That's because they're not educated on where they should put.
Right, and I went to talk to him. We had to cut up some of it, but it's not an exact science.
No one told them where they have to put it. That's the reason that's there.
Yeah, I had to tell some of them push it closer to the road so we could get it.
That's for it right now, though. What can we do right now to alleviate some of this problem? Can we get additional help to come in now until we catch up? Do we go in contract with someone now?
Let me.
'Cause I know we're about 3 weeks behind.
Yeah, let me say a little bit something about the event that happened, and because every time I say we've been through the worst, some crazy thing happens. I mean, you got to think about what happened. We had weather come through, some tornadoes hit the north, tore everything up. And then we had some weather come through, and it hit Biosaur by Pigeon area. The first round, I think, might have jumped across the river, so it was kind of widespread. We have a contract, a standby contract with DRC. So we actually got 2 contracts. We got a monitoring contract and a standby contract. Okay, for debris removal. The state of Louisiana immediately sent us word and said, "Hey, look, we're gonna pay for the first 10 days of debris removal." They did not require us monitor, and during these storms, they want you to monitor the tonnage. They want somebody watching the guys who are picking up the debris to make sure that they're picking up what they're saying they're picking up. Okay. Now, from a finance director standpoint, I got to figure out a way to get this place clean as quickly as possible without going out and saying I'm getting 30 trucks and I'm spending $2 million that I know in my mind the president is not coming in because it was an isolated disaster and saying, "Hey, I'm going to declare this a disaster. FEMA's going to kick the money in." I knew that wasn't going to happen at this place, in this case. So we were able to get 2 trucks, and we had them for 2 weeks. And those trucks, from what I understand, which y'all got to remember too, is not everybody cleans up their yard at the same time. That's what we're missing out. Look, I'm a real resident. I'm glad the boom truck passes, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm spoiled. Man, if I put that stuff out, I think it should pass the date and the garbage picks up. Because that's, as residents of Iberville, that's what we used to. But on the same token, I'll tell you what the guys told me when DRC pulled out. I asked the guy, I said, "Where y'all going?" He said, "Well, we got to go clean up Point Capee." Now, this is 2 weeks, 14 days after those two storms hit. Those people in Point Capee Parish, nothing was picked up in Point Capee, none of the debris. So they left here to go pick up Point Capee because they have a contract with them also. Talking with Brandon was he was getting the trucks back on route. But what y'all seeing now is people are now deciding to go in the backyard and pull everything to the street. I had a lady call me last week. She sent on the form and she said, "Hey, look, I got trash in my front yard, hadn't been picked up in 6 weeks." Said, "Send me a picture of it." I looked at it and it was something she had just pulled out. I could tell because the grass was cut and it wasn't growing up around it, and it was debris. It was construction debris that she had pulled out. So the property owner is not always telling you exactly when they put it out. We do have an issue, and he's catching up. I know Brandon has worked his tail off trying to get everything straight. But I think what you got to remember is that think back on when Pelican had the boom truck, all the issues we were having, and we took the boom truck service over. And now that's kind of like the shining stars, the boom truck, because the stuff is getting picked up now. But this situation was just different because if it had been a hurricane that came through, I would have got the monitor, I'd have got the debris removal company, and I would have said, "Get everybody in here you can get in here." because I would have known that FEMA was being, was going to reimburse us. So I want y'all to do understand that. I feel like we efficiently used the contractor to, the best that we could use.
I don't think anybody's questioning that. Now, nobody's questioning
Yeah.
Brandon's effort or anything like that.
Yeah.
I will put Brandon on the spot. Under normal circumstances, Brandon, do you have enough resources under normal conditions? Or do you need more resources under normal things?
We do need more resource sources, but I will tell you this. Just like in your area, that was one that was on Darby Street that sat there for, I don't know, two or 3 weeks. The reason they couldn't get it is because the homeowner, instead of putting it on the side where they cut the tree from, they decided to put it on the opposite side. And when they put it on the opposite side, it's up under the wires. Well, then they call everybody, oh, well, you got to go over there and get this up. So what I did was call the city. And if you live, your district encompasses most of the city. And if you look at the city now, the city don't really come out unless I call. If I call them, they'll come. But other than that, it's left to the parish to go to all of these municipalities. At one time, the city and the city of St. Gabriel was the only two communities that ever helped us with disaster, anything come down. Now, the only city that helps, city of St. Gabriel. So I have a lot more inside the city limits. I'm just about finished cleaning up Mr. Dominic area, but there's still other areas. Miss Easley, I still got stuff in her area. I still got stuff over Miss Morton there. I still got stuff everywhere.
Sure.
But it's the timing of it and
And I recognize that, but my question to you originally is, do you have enough resources under normal conditions? Or do you need more resources under normal conditions?
on the normal circumstances, right now we can withstand for right now.
Excuse me, Smith.
Let me say before you say it, when I say withstand, I'm talking about right now because if you don't do something coming up, then you won't have the resources. Okay, you will not have. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I asked that question because I really need you to say I need more resources.
Well, we know what I'm trying to get y'all to say. I'm not saying
This is what we are fighting for, and fighting for more trucks and more hands for this guy. And because let me
Right.
tell you, the timing thing is when that truck picks something up, they have to drive it maybe 2 hours, 3 hours away, and then come back to where they'll pick it up at.
Yes.
So if we had 6 trucks, that wouldn't be too many trucks for this hard pack.
no,
Not at all.
We spread it out.
Even though Mr. Dunn saying we are subcontracting other companies, yeah. But what happened when Point Capit needed that other company? It would be left in the red. Yep.
So,
That stuff from 4 weeks ago.
Mr. Dominic, there's a lot more involved. There's leaners and hangers. When we go down the street, we don't have the equipment to get up and get branches that are hanging and trees that are leaning. But that's the kind of things.
Stuff by moving right now on the side of the road.
And that's what
The
he's
stormy part of the thing.
and that's what he's getting picked up. He's working
He
on
works
it.
daily on that. I see that. He works daily on that. We need one yes for it.
Brandon,
And I'll,
I'm sorry to
Good.
interrupt. Dominic, go ahead.
yeah.
I just had a quick, I know we sub some of it out, Randall. Are y'all still once the sub leaves, still the employees? I remember sometimes y'all work 7 days a week. Are we still doing that?
I'm at 6 days.
All right,
I'm at 6 days a week.
gotcha.
And we talking 11 hours, sometimes 11 hours.
Gotcha. We have some employees working way more than 40
I
hours.
like to make the motion to purchase 2 more trucks. Pass it, please.
Can we do that?
So let me clarify something real quick. So we can't make a motion to purchase trucks without having it as an action item. So in order to add something as an action item, it would require unanimous approval of the council. But to address your concerns, we're going to be valid. We're going to look at those concerns on the purchase. I know that in the budget, when we're doing the budget for this year, we're going to be coming to you guys to see what are the needs that you know of in those concerns. And when we look at the budget, then you can bring up those concerns and we can look at it. Mr. Dominic. Thank you.
Thank you, President Daigle. Any other questions or concerns in regards to this discussion item? Hearing none?
Make a motion to adjourn.
No, sir. I didn't ask for a motion. There was no correspondence. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
Good job right here.
Yeah.